all, welcome back to my channel. I would like to bring my subscribers an update on what is taking place in Carbonation. As you all remember, they were recently raided by the Mexican military and police, and the women and children were removed from the compound in order for an investigation to begin. Well, since that time, the women have returned to Carbonation, and they have basically had to leave their former location. It is being reported that the region of Mexico that they had been occupying was known as Palenque. Okay, well, apparently they have had to leave Palenque due to the intrusion of the police and due to the suspicion that has since been realized. They are on the move, apparently due to the donations and support from the international um, community. They have been able to secure a one-bedroom flat for the occupants to maintain. Okay, I think they are in search of a permanent residence. As I mentioned in a previous video, a permanent residence is an essential part of developing a village and developing a way of life and taking care of the various women and children and the men who currently are a part of the organization. Okay, this has been a struggle. They have been moving around in an almost nomadic fashion since the beginning of the carbonation situation. But I would just like to remind everyone that this is not the first time that the international press has had something to say about Nature Boy. If you remember from a few years ago, this is before carbonation was a major topic on YouTube. There was a white lady who Nature Boy had as his girlfriend or wife or concubine for a period of time in carbonation. And when this white person entered carbonation, um, her family began to instigate the international press to report on carbonation. And I think she has since, of course, I mean, she has since left the organization, but during that time, the authorities were ready to swoop in and basically destroy the commune that he was beginning to establish. Okay, so it's still going on right now. The women have returned. They are all making live streams, confessing their loyalty, making claims that nobody is coercing them or forcing them to be there, basically claiming that as adults they are able to make a decision to be there, whether the international community supports their decision or not. And so, on that level, you have to respect when an adult makes a statement like that. They have voluntarily placed themselves in that position, whether they have been coerced subliminally or not. The fact is, they are willing to make a claim that they are willing to stay there. They have been provided with the opportunity to leave. They haven't left. They have returned to the organization and recommitted themselves to what is taking place under Eliseo Bishop. Okay, and so all we can do is really observe the situation. Those who are supportive can continue to support in whatever way, and those who need to make constructive criticism, as I have done and many others are doing, then you should continue to do so, because what is at stake is really the lives of those African people who are a part of carbonation at this point. So, it's not a thing to take lightly, because injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere, as MLK once put it. And so we should not take it as a grain of salt. We should analyze it. We should try to make an impact on it in whichever way we can. Because if the aim is to make a positive contribution to, removing the colonial programming from our people and returning us to a more indigenous African way of life, then, the proof should be in the pudding. The proof should be in what is taking place there. So We are not gonna be fooled. If you wanna have some type of reality show and basically make a caricature out of yourselves, that's all up to you. But if you want to make a contribution to the development of the world community, and in particular the indigenous people of the various countries that we occupy, then you need to make it known by the fruits of your labor. You know, do some positive work, find a location, teach the people how to farm, how to live from the soil, how to connect to nature. If that's what you are about, do that. But don't degrade our sisters. Don't degrade the image of African people by creating a circus, by creating a spectacle. Okay? So this is what my opinion is about what is taking place. They have been given another opportunity to represent themselves in the proper way. So we will see how they handle this particular situation. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. One love.